Hey, beautiful soul, and welcome to the weekly reading for Sunday, January 9th through Saturday, January 15th. Okay, I am going to tip the camera here so you can see the cards. Okay, so I've already pre-shuffled these. Let's do our Celtic cross spread that we've been working with and just see what the initial energies have to say here. And then we'll move on for our guidance like we've been doing. Okay, so what's interesting is it does seem like this week with this 10 of Swords reversed, you have really either recognized a situation that's not serving you anymore, that you need to move away from, and have moved away from it, already in the past, or you fully recognize a situation that's not serving you, that you need to move away from, and you're resisting wanting to move away from it. So since this is a general reading, this might resonate a little differently with each of us, but you're either in that space of having already walked away from something that's not serving you, or from resisting walking away from something that you already have decided that deep within you is not serving you. Now, what's the other thing that's interesting is what's blocking it or crossing it is this King of Cups. So King of Cups has to do with getting into that part of our emotions that is so clear, so mature, so overwhelmingly in alignment with our highest and greatest good, with what's true for us. So for a lot of us, what this indicates is that there is something you need to let go of or walk away from in an area of your life, and you just might not be being completely honest with yourself about the truth of this situation. You're trying to negotiate with yourself around, there must be some way around this. There must be some way to rework the situation so that you can stay in it. But the truth is, that you need to leave that in the past. Now, the bottom line is you feel trapped or stuck in this situation, but really what it comes down to is you might not like the choices. So that's where this reworking of what's not serving you is coming in. You're just not liking the options. You're not liking fully walking away from it. You're wondering, if this is about a relationship, is there a way we can stay friends? Is there a way we can negotiate this and move it in a different direction? But if it's a relationship, whatever the situation is for you, if it's unhealthy and you need to walk away, you have an opportunity to kind of cut out the nonsense and start being really, really honest with yourself. You're not trapped in this situation. We might not like how others are behaving. We might not like the options before us, but you're not trapped. Now, in the past, what you've learned that you're taking with you into this situation is that you've learned that sometimes we need to be really clear and really decisive. Doesn't mean we need to be unkind, but just clearly cutting out what doesn't serve us. There's no negotiation. There's no backpedaling or backstepping or how do we, still make this work. You've learned in the past that sometimes we just need to be cut and dry and completely remove whatever this situation is that's unhealthy from your life. The good news is you really have the power. You have this divine feminine creative side of you. And whether you're male or female, we all still have the divine feminine within us, no matter how we express in our physical body. So you really do have what you need to create something new, create, not a revision of whatever this is that's unhealthy and doesn't serve you anymore, but create something totally new and probably way better, more in alignment with who you're really wanting to step into, who you're really wanting to become. Leave the nonsense behind and step fully into your power. That's what's in your highest good in this situation. Getting very clear and realistic about yourself, about your intentions, about your part in this situation, and just really knowing that you do have the power. You can stand fully in your power, and that's what you need to do in this situation, even if it feels, doesn't feel easy to do that. It's still what's in your highest good. Right around the corner, This Ace of Cups represents Spirit offering us a new opportunity with things usually related to our emotions, which can be relationships. It can be, a deepening of an existing connection, but usually aces have new beginnings or new opportunities. So you are going to be offered coming up shortly here. This could be potential for a new relationship for some of us. It could be potential for a new connection in like a deep soul friendship. It could be possibility of really just, once we get clear on our emotions and be very honest with ourselves, an opportunity to express these emotions in a totally new and previously unthought of way. So this new opportunity right around the corner looks really good. It's kind of like, clean up whatever this is, use the lessons you've learned in the past, stand in your power and get through this part, and a beautiful new opportunity for either relationship or connection. And can also be, this suit with cups can also represent, home, family. So something really positive in that area is going to be offered in once you clean this up, is the feeling with it. Now let's take a look at some cards of guidance here. Okay. For some of us, this might be about needing to come to balance, needing to realize that, even if we're not in a place, like a physical location that we want to be in, that home is where the heart is a better way to say it. So you just knowing that you have everything you need within yourself. You don't need to be in this particular situation or with this particular person to feel at home. There's some resistance to you moving through whatever this situation is, which we already know. Now, the other side of this is, if this is a relationship for you, it doesn't mean, I hear some of you telling the story of, well, I'm stronger with this person, or, my strength comes from this person or from this situation or from this thing that feels unhealthy, and that's why I don't want to let it go. You're strong within yourself. This Empress card tells us, you do have the power and the strength that you need. Someone else is not making you strong. You are making yourself strong. You're just putting the credit somewhere else, and don't let someone else's resistance to your change make your decisions for you. You're completely capable of making your own decisions, and you do already know what you need to release that's not serving you. Now, okay. Also, look at the things that have come to light recently about this situation or this person. I have a feeling that if you really can be totally honest with yourself about the things that have been brought fully to light to this point, that it won't be so hard for you to step away and completely cut ties with this person, this situation, whatever this is that's showing up in an unhealthy way for you. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards and get a little more clarity here. Okay. Yeah. So by releasing whatever this is for you in your personal situation and realizing that you're not stuck, that someone else doesn't have the power to make your choices for you, you actually will be, let me see if I can grab this card here. You will be actually heightening your vitality. And this is a promise that things do get better. There is something positive right around the corner. When you allow this situation to fully come to light, when you get a little space from it, you're going to feel so much stronger, so much more powerful, so much more in control of the choices and decisions you're making. Whatever this is really clouding your vision of yourself, your vision of your situation as a whole, your vision of your potential opportunities. It's really, you guys know I don't like the word blocking, but it's really clouding your ability to see how powerful and how much vitality you really have. So, as you move out of this situation, just encouraging you to do some self-care, to really be honest with yourself about your strengths and the positive attributes around you, because you've got this amazing vitality with you. The other thing is, love matters. So where are you showing up in loving ways for yourself, and where are you trusting your higher power, trusting spirit to show you love? Are you making the most kind and loving choices for yourself in this situation? Or are you feeling like your strength comes from outside of you? Are you accepting love? It matters. It matters the way you're treating yourself, and it matters for you to be available to receive love, guidance, new, beautiful, emotional opportunities from spirit. There's more being offered to you. And where could you be being more loving in your choices, but also in the way that you're talking to yourself about this situation? So yeah, love matters. Don't discount how important love is. And the other thing that I'm aware of in this card is that you do have a choice here. You do have more choices than you are giving yourself credit for, let's say. You might not like all the choices as they present themselves right now, but I guarantee you one of those choices is the best of the options and will unfold into something really beautiful for you. It's just a matter of you taking some steps forward and really releasing whatever this is that doesn't serve you, that you're having a hard time being honest about or accepting the truth of this situation. Sometimes when it's not what we want to hear, we can within ourselves try to rework a situation, renegotiate it, try to make it better, make it something different. You know what's not serving you, and you know that it's time to release it. I'm just going to pull a message card for us, and then I have something special I want to do today. I surrender to a power greater than me. And that butterfly is for transition, transformation. I love this. Are you surrendering to what the universe might have for you next? This beautiful opportunity of love, of happiness. You need to surrender what's not serving you in order to move towards what serves you going forward. Okay, so that is the first part of our message, and let me clear these cards. Now, the special little thing, flip this back up. The special little thing I want to do is for those of us who have lost a loved one, I want to give a general message. So it's just something I'm trying. Normally, in mediumship readings, I'm giving lots of specific communications, connections, messages from loved ones, but this is just a little general message of love from your loved one in the spirit world. So I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes for just a minute, clear out your mind, almost imagine a little broom just sweeping those thoughts away. And the first person in the spirit world that comes to your mind right now, that's who this little message of hope and guidance is from. Okay, so let's get to that. Now I've left these other two over here, and I'm just gonna pull right out of the center. And like I said, this is just a little something new I want to try. As usual, I'll put the cards that I'm using in the section below, but this is this Talking to Heaven deck during Virtue and James Van Praagh. I've had this deck forever and I really never use it. So I just wanted to start using it. Okay. So in this first section, be your best self always. My mind is free. So if this might apply to some of you, if you have a loved one who you've thought of that could be a little bit critical on you, critical on themselves, who maybe didn't deal with their deeper and more difficult emotions here in this lifetime, who maybe had some tough, deep emotions that they just couldn't get out from under, they're encouraging you to be your best self always and to know, says, my mind is free. So even if they couldn't live up to their own standards or weren't willing to work through their hard emotions or just weren't able, they need you to know now their mind is free. And on to the second one, new experiences and possibilities. And the message with that is, there is no time where I am, time is only on earth. And we talk about that often, that time and space is different on the other side than on earth. So they're just letting you know. And I love the vibrancy of both of these cards. If you see these rainbows and these flowers of new opportunities, and the rainbow in this message of, no time and space on the other side, only here on earth. it is them just encouraging you to be available for new potentials and possibilities. Be available that they are trying from the other side to assist you, but don't be so attached to a timeline. They are working to help these new experiences, new potentials and possibilities come across your path, but there's no time and space on the other side, only on earth. And culmination of vision with my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. Okay. So as you really try to get clear about the last bits of their life, what they're asking you to know is that their death was painless. And even if that doesn't seem to make sense, they need you to know that their soul wasn't in pain, and that they're asking you, please don't worry or hold on to guilt. So if you are in a position with this loved one that you thought of, that you've been really trying to process the last bits of their life, make sense of it, make things add up, come to some clarification. Maybe some of you are experiencing some guilt or some, if I only could have been there, if I only could have done something differently. They are asking you to know that their death was painless, and they're asking you please not to hold on to any worry or guilt that you might be experiencing. Okay, I hope those messages for this week resonated with you. Let me know if you like the little addition of the message from Spirit, how that resonated with you. If you want, you can share who your person was and how this makes sense for you. I am wishing you an amazing week as we really just move full swing into January, and I will see you very soon. Oh yeah, I have an announcement. Speaking of January and new beginnings in 2022, if you are ready to get the signs that you need to set yourself up for 2022, to get clear guidance, clear connection with your intuition, clear messages from your loved ones in the spirit world, please join me starting January 31st. We're going to do a free 5-day workshop in the Joy's Soul Spa Facebook group. You're free to join. If you're not already a member, head on over there. You won't want to miss it. And it's going to be starting January 31st, which is a Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. There will be replays in the Joy's Soul Spa Facebook group. It's totally free, and it is a 5-day workshop. So get excited. I hope to see you there. Lots of love, and bye for now.